Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just gonna do a fast video on a topic that I decided to talk about. And the topic I'm gonna talk about is the current attack on masculinity. As some might say, toxic masculinity. Is this attack legitimate, as you might say? Or what's going on that is fueling this attack more right now, currently, in the West? Is it the feminist movement, the extreme left? I mean, what's going on right now that's making this attack on masculinity so popular? So with me wanting to do a video, I decided to look up the meaning behind it. So I came across this meaning, definition of it. It says that male feelings of entitlement, anger, vulnerability, and the urge to dominate and control. So as you can see, all the aspects from the definition is negative. They don't touch on anything positive. So does being a masculine man, 2019, make you just a negative person? Just make you a criminal, just call you masculine? Well, it don't. And I say that because sometimes we gotta deal with reality, and we gotta see things for what they are. So with that being said, there's always going to be a balance. There's a law of duality. Okay, so law of duality says that has to be a balance between two things, good and bad, night and day. That's going to always exist. It's out of our hands. So with nature, with doing that, is you got feminine energy, you got masculine energy. It takes both. And when you counteract one side, you get off the natural balance of things. So it has to exist. But should society be attacking it? And what matches is that being delivered to young men coming up, are they feeling like they're afraid that they can't embrace who they are as men? So it's going to cause issues, it's going to cause problems eventually. And I say that because, as men, we are builders. We are architects. We create and build. So part of that comes from us as men channeling our masculine energy to build and create. So that's one of the symptoms of being masculine, is being able to go out there and build and create and make things, So everything that society take advantage of and love is a effect of masculine men. It's not downgrading women. It's not making women feel they're not important. We just understand as men, we gotta go out there and build and make things happen. We are designed to be protectors, provide for the family, and that's why when you have men who, when they feel like they can't provide for the family, and they can't be a man, they feel in their mindset, sometimes they leave their wife and kid. They leave the family because they feeling like their lifestyle is not setting up with the program that society want them to be and who they think they are. So it forces them to withdraw from the family, to leave the woman with the kid struggling, So that's how serious it is. So masculine energy, it shouldn't be attacked. And if people against it, they should further explain to understand, like with everything, there's a good and bad. So some of the negative aspects of masculine energy is, wanting to be a man whore. Okay, for some reason in the West, I don't know about other countries, when I was in other countries, I really didn't get a chance to talk to people to find out how their perspective on that, but for some reason in the West, over here in America, if you're a man whore, they put you on a pedestal. It's the whole Playboy phenomenon, a man sleep with 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 women, he's just stud, But we gotta deal with reality with that. And the reality is, okay, what example are we teaching young boys coming up? And sometimes it's like the same people probably now that bash masculinity, they probably put these same men on a pedestal in the past, you know. And it's a bad aspect because, you know, you sleep around, you could catch a STD, you could make children that you don't want to provide for, don't want to be a part of. So it's really, and you could end up hurting women in the process. Okay, so that's a real big negative aspect of masculinity. And I have some more that I wrote down that I'm gonna touch on real fast. Being observed, you know, want to cut up, talk loud. As we know the saying, the loudest person in the room is normally the weakest, because people got to put that out there. You know they're not who they say they are, so you got to create that false self. Downgrading women. We ourselves as men, other men downgrading women. Our son's gonna come up downgrading women also. And one thing I say for my community, we are the only race of men on the earth that publicly go out there and downgrade our women. Yeah. In songs and stuff. You don't see it in country. You don't see it in other industries of music or even on TV, the big screen at times. You don't see it that much. So we definitely got to change that. You know, and one thing I tell men, you treat women like you treat the women in your family. You know, so it's embracing who you are as a masculine man, and is building trust with our counterparts, because there's going to be duality, man and female. I mean, we made to coexist within each other. You can't. So it's foolish. You want to bash the opposite sex all the time, and I mean, that ain't how things. There's different sexes of everything. I mean, just the animals. The divine architect created things that way on purpose. You know. So who are us to, you know, want to hate our counterpart? Just cause we run across one that hurt us, that don't mean every woman, every man gonna hurt us. You know. So downgrading women, that's what we gotta take out, definitely, when it comes to masculinity. Not wanting to mature into manhood. You gotta mature into manhood. It's sad when I see a man 50 plus still with a 21-year-old mindset. You know, and I've seen that. And it's sad, because I think like, okay, 50 years of your life, what have you never evaluated yourself to go to the next level. You never ascended. You stayed at stage one your whole life. And that's sad, you know. So a negative aspect is not wanting to be a leader, living with purpose. Like I said, as men, we got to live with purpose, and we got to know who we are. And there's two main things that affect us as men. You know, and while a lot of men at times snap and suicide rate, all that comes from the purpose and knowing who you are, you know. So this is some positive aspects of masculinity. Embracing your masculine energy. So we want to teach young boys coming up, it's okay to be a man. It's okay to be a masculine man. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I love fishing, hunting, and doing man stuff myself. I love it. You know, so. But I did have a son. Believe me, he'll feel comfortable embracing who he is as being masculine. And one of the reasons why there's, how people say, extreme beta males, is because they raised from a female perspective. You know, not their fault or not their mother's fault. The mom is a single parent. So she raised the boy from a female perspective. So maybe that could have created extreme beta males at times, because the young man don't know how to react and respond and think as a man. Okay, so we gotta be able to embrace our masculine energy. And we gotta teach young boys coming up, there's nothing wrong with embracing who you are as a masculine man. It's a badge of honor, you know. Now, I don't know if I touched on it in the video, but like I say, I want to say like in the early 80s and 90s, being Mexican was a badge of honor. You know, you had your Bruce Willises, you had your Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, you know. Even from my parents' time frame, you know, always, masculine energy always been at the forefront. It just recently with this attack on toxic masculinity and things from the Me Too movement, the feminist approach, the program has been attacked. So we got to go in and we as men got to fix that. We got to fight against it. We got to change it. Another positive aspect of it, and probably one of the most important ones, is when you embrace your masculine energy, you go out there and you want to build positive relationships with other men. You know, and by us doing this as men, it makes everything better, safer. It makes our community safer, our family, our children be safer, and our elders. Okay, so the first video take, it ran out. My phone memory went out, so I had to come back in and finish up. But what I was saying is the last one I want to touch on, the last two actually, that's probably the most important positive aspects of masculinity, is it gives young men coming out a blueprint. And before it went out, I was saying how like us as men, as being masculine, part of that, a good approach of it is being able to go out there and build positive, strong relationships with other men, you know. And by us doing that, it makes our community safer, our neighborhoods, our family, protect our women and children and the elders because we're able to talk and communicate. So, and then I went into the last two just now, was saying how it leaves a blueprint for young men coming up to let them know there's nothing wrong with being a strong masculine man. You know, you're walking inside your divine right as a man to be a provider, protector. And the last one is to set the good example for young girls coming up, knowing that they don't have to fear strong, ambitious men, you know, that we see them. They could come and talk to us, to communicate. So that has to take place for us to lead. They don't trust us or they fear us, you know, it's hard to lead. But the fact that they see us and we're able to go and talk to them, understand what it takes to be a strong masculine man, and explain to them what's going on nowadays with the attack. You know, young girls are coming up, probably over 16, it really teaches them that, okay, this is what a good man is supposed to do. This is what you look for in a husband, a provider, and protector. And I'm here for you. I'm your counterpart. So it changes the whole paradigm for being their enemy now to their counterpart. And someone they could talk and console in. So that's just what I want to touch on. Thanks for tuning in the video. Like and subscribe for more empowerment, things on business. I'm going to add my book link on the video. Like and support it. It's my first video. Anybody that's at like a threshold and they want to get to the next level, or they wondering why things ain't working out for them, the book, it's a real good book. It kind of lays out a blueprint, and I put a lot of work into it. So it's a real good book on leadership, and faith. And all my videos I'm gonna start doing, and all my businesses and everything, I always give back to the community. From the Red Cross to the paramedics, you know, maybe that young female or young brother or young man, period, it could be any race, you know, maybe I'm able to get back and help them get in college and get a trade to get on their feet, you know, going into adulthood. So thanks for tuning in. All right, take care. Love and peace.